here, and what's his name, man? James Live. What's his name? James Yates, Big Game James. Man, I was in his live, man, listening to Danny somebody, man, and him talk football. Uh, you know, they was doing their thing, but shit, I was in a comment section. I'm like, man, I got my own channel, man. I'm gonna say I'm gonna go ahead and talk what I believe because I'm disagreeing with a lot of the things that I see, in regards to the state of the NFC East, the state of the NFL, and the state of the Dallas Cowboys, man. Let's just get straight to business. Man, they don't take no hellified ass team to make the playoffs in today's NFL, man. It don't. Come on, man. Like look, look at the Commanders, man. They in the NFC Championship. And they beat the Detroit Lions, man. The Detroit Lions, man, they're not a scrub team. Even though they was banged up, it's still not a scrub team, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you got a rookie quarterback who is still developing to see the field, right? Like, like you have a trash. The Washington Commanders offensive line is trash. Robinson, I like him. He a solid back. You got Eckler. You got McLaurin. De'Ami Brown is inconsistent. Well, you got Zacchaeus. You got an old ass tight end. You got a defense who ain't that good. Is banged up with Allen. They ain't got no bona fide pass rusher. Fowler and Armstrong. Come on now, like who? You got Bobby Wagner, who's 55 years old, man. Come on, man. Your secondary will struggle, but you brought in Lattimore. Come on, man. Like that team. No, man. It ain't like it's no hellified team, man. Like, look, the teams that got solid, that got solid coaching, and the teams that got solid quarterback plays, the ones that made it. And it ain't like they're good teams; they're mediocre ass teams. Like, look who made it. Baker Mayfield. His team banged up. He throwing it to running backs, just like the Washington Redskins. He throwing it to running backs. He got him a wide receiver. Godwin hurt. I mean, he got some of the same things as the Redskins, but his offensive line is a little bit better. He had a rookie starting at center. He got a right guard, man, that ain't too strong, right? He's solid though, but he just got to get stronger, right? Uh, the right tackle, okay. Like come on, like when you looking like, and then they brought a worse who was a right tackle. They put him in a left tackle. Like come on, like and you look like the makeshift, right? Like they ain't got no number one running back, right? They got a running back by committee. Like they got the job done to make it. They got the job done to make it, bro. Like there's two extra spots in the playoffs. So it's like if you're a middle of the pack team, you should be in the playoffs. It's not hard to make it to the playoffs. Now, when we talk about going farther, now there's some things that you need to have. Hey, look, I'm about to be all over the place with this lie, so bear with me, man. Right? Because I'm just looking at the state of who's in the playoffs, how they got there, and a lot of these teams we seen. So I did. So when we was doing our scouting reports, I looked at these teams, man. Bro, your front office is incompetent. Your quarterback is trash. You have no leadership on your team, man. Because you can look at the Tampa Bay Bucks, what they got, man, to steady. Right, they secondary was banged up and it wasn't good. But who they got to kind of steady it up? Vita Vea. Man, the Bucks ain't had no number one pass rusher. They was blitzing the whole year and still make the offs. Come on. Levante David, even though he's still playing good, but shit, he old as hell. Like, come on, like when you look at it, like they're like the Washington Redskins ain't got no star power, G. But they're in the NFC Championship. Look at the Eagles, right? Now they talk about the Eagles offensive line. Bro, look, they got some solid pieces on that offensive line, but they don't get to the second level consistently. Bro, they put a big ass left tackle there who went to right tackle, and then he couldn't play tackle, and they put him in the guard, bro. Standing hella tall. Like, come on, like no, like you gotta know what you're looking at, man. They got the white boy starting at corner. They got Reed Blankenship, who's barbecue chicken. Slay be getting beat. Quinyon Mitchell overrated. They got N'Kobe Dean, who can't cover. Like, come on, G. Nolan Smith coming into his own, because if y'all remember when we talked about Nolan Smith, when we talked about him, 2 years ago, who was my three premium pass rushers? It was Will Anderson, Will McDonald, and Nolan Smith. How are them boys doing right now? You got Jalen Hurts, who we always talked about as a running back playing quarterback. Man, the man doesn't sit over there and went to a Super Bowl. It was tight toward the end. And then you got and then right now he has a chance to go back to the NFC Championship, and he has a good chance to go back to the Super Bowl playing the Redskins. This is two NFC East teams that has a chance to be playing for the NFC Championship on the way to the Super Bowl. And the reason why they got a good chance is because I heard it was supposed to be snowing out there today. You know? So that goes in favor to the Eagles and how they run things. That's the Eagles all day. The way that they play up front, the way that they go about their offense, that favors the Eagles. Now, if they're able to go ahead and have some good throwing conditions, then the Eagles is at a disadvantage, especially with Cooper Kupp, Nakua, and Matt Stafford, who him and Burrow is one of the best ball throwers in the league. Look at the quarterbacks who were in there. Bro, a rookie has the same amount of playoff games with a new head coach and a new offensive coordinator. They did it in the first year, and your boy Dak Prescott has been in the league for 10 goddamn years. We talk about Jalen Hurts all the time. He has way more playoff wins now than old Dak Prescott. When is y'all gonna stop making excuses for this scrub ass quarterback? He ain't getting it done. The young ones in the league is surpassing him in 2 to 3 years. You telling me that all the coaches that are coaches, they ain't that good? Come on, man. It's bigger than like I said, you got to look at the mentality of your players and look what you got. Look at the leadership. You have none. Look at your front office and your GM. They suck. Your head coach, he's soft. Well, he ain't got a head coach no more. He's soft. Mike Zimmer, he wasn't worried about playing football. Mike Zimmer, man, it's probably the cutest piece of coochie he done had in his whole life. So he worried about getting coochie out of this. And then sitting over there coaching ball games, talking about, I wish I would have did it my way. Hold up. What do you mean you wish you would have did it your way? If you would have did it your way, ain't that what we brought you in for, to do it your way? So something was going on with that. Well, who overpowered you? You telling me that somebody like Michael overpowered you at first? I know he didn't overpower you, man, like that. Because if that's the case, then you really need to go. Your time is up. Because that was our main concern. That was our main concern. Is he going to run it his way? Well, what's going on? And then to come to find out, he wasn't running it his way. But then I got to sit over there and question the validity of it, because toward the end of the season, which you started playing better in, the competition got less. So if it was the other way around, then maybe you would have had a better point. But going against the Panthers, the Bucks, the Bengals defense, the Commanders, I mean, that ain't too much. I mean, because you got your ass beat by the Eagles. So what we saying here, bro? Like, and then I'm looking at like how people comparing about what you got, bro. And then I heard some in regards when I was in LA talking about the offensive line. Well, your Cowboys offensive line was not weak. When you started to run the ball, that's what your Cowboys offensive line did best, especially when Guyton was out the lineup. So, for instance, if you got Idoga or when Tyler Schmidt popped out there, or even Awesome Richards, you have all five. And even when Zach Martin was in or out, with Bass or Hoffman. You have all five who was solid run blockers, and they pass protected for all three of your quarterbacks. How the hell do you think Cooper Rush, who's not mobile, was able to get his passes off? You think a immobilized quarterback like Cooper Rush could get passes off if he's not being protected? Like, why is these creators is not putting their dome pieces in thinking with this bullshit? And then I see Michael Parsons sitting over there trying to get it with Dad. Someone, you had a chance to change the culture. Well, come on, G. Come on, G. Come on, G. I thought you said that you was a Cowboy fan and you didn't pay attention. You can't be that stupid. And then you talking about, but what are you doing right now? You have a chance to change the culture, but what your sorry ass doing? Getting blown up in the running game, picking and choosing your effort. You stopping in the middle of the game and you got the nerve to talk to Des Bryant about some goddamn culture with your weak ass? Man, stop that bullshit. Like you some hellified ass player. And then uh Tuck I seen Tuck Dick riding ass sitting over there talking about, oh man, we got these two players, man. Talking about two dogs that love to win, bro. When the hell has Michael Parsons showed that he wanted to win, bro? Win. Win. I seen Dez out there laying it on the line, diving after, going to get the ball, going up, getting the ball, laying it on the line. I seen that from Dez. So stop this bullshit. Like, come on, bro. These new players, it ain't it. So no, it's two different players, and then he get to crying and shit. Like, come on, bro. That's why I told you, man. I don't like that chump. Dez, come on, man. Dez know he on some sucker shit. Dez just, I guess, don't want to burn no bridges, and he don't, you know what I'm saying, in regards to in the Cowboy stuff, man. You know, because I know some of the things that Dez saying in regards to how he pushing it, he just saying that to kind of like, so he won't piss nobody. Because I know Dez know what's up. But that's how he chose to go about it. How I chose to go about it, man, I don't give a damn about holding hands and kicking cans with nobody, man. I'm gonna let it be known. I'm gonna let it be known. They talking about Biad, man. Biad has got them boys, man. Man, they got Dan Quinn. They talking about did Dan Quinn throw the game? Hey, bro, that was your Dan Quinn defense, man. Do you know that Dan Quinn, did Dan Quinn was trying to throw the game away when he was going against Justin Fields and the Bears when they ran over 200 something yards with that scrub ass team? Was he trying to throw the game away? My oh my, do these people forget how he been getting his ass whooped for about 2-3 years, man, in a run game? My oh my, do people forget? My oh my, my oh my, you been getting ran on. So no, Dan Quinn didn't throw that game. That was your Dan Quinn defense. But the playoffs, it came to its form. No, he didn't throw the game off. That was your Dan Quinn defense. With a secondary protected, with a secondary protected by the pass rush. That's why pass rush was invested so heavily. When you got Armstrong, Fowler, Tank, Micah, Sam Williams, and you got also you got all these players, man. You got all these players, especially with a healthy Tank that can get upfield. So of course, things was gonna be protected and look different, man. Man, I look at the state of this NFL, man. I made this statement in that live. I said I don't get how it's easy to make the playoffs. They talking about it's hard to make. No, it's not. It's easy to make the playoffs. It's a little harder when it come down to winning the championship, though. But to make the playoffs with the extended, with they added teams into the equation, when the middle of the pack can make it, you telling me that the Dallas Cowboys can't be middle of the pack and make the playoffs at least? Now, what they do is what they do, but they can make the playoffs. It's not hard to make the playoffs in this league. No, it's not. And then we talk about Ben Johnson and Eric Glenn. Well, let me go ahead and make this be clear, right? Because I didn't watch the whole game, but I seen what I needed to know to know how the game was going. And it went back to what I thought it was. First of all, Aaron Glenn. You know good and well. Like, I even called some of the plays. Man, I looked on the game. I looked at the situation, the down the distance. I said, I think it was the third or fourth quarter. And it was a fourth down. I said, hey, man, I believe that Jaden Daniels was going to keep this ball and get to the edge. And what do I know? They kept the ball, went to the edge. You telling me that a coordinator of Aaron Glenn Can't keep that boy in the pocket and make Jaden Daniels beat you from the pocket and make him throw 40 times? Are we serious? What type come on, what type of coaching is that? You choked in the biggest moment. Man, I don't bro, you should be able to keep him, make him beat you from his arm. If he beat you from the arm, then tip your cap. Make him beat you for the arm. But the Commanders ran the ball 40 times, 40 plus times. So you knew it was going to be an L after that. And then I look at Ben Johnson, who everybody may want it. Okay, Ben, why is Jared Goff throwing the ball 40 something times? Jared Goff should never be throwing the ball 40 plus times. Y'all know it even in our scouting report. We know if Jared Goff throws the ball at a high clip, the Cowboys have a shot. If he doesn't, you more than likely, that the Lions established the run game, which the Cowboys have no shot. Now let's look at it in the playoff games in regards to what the Commanders and how they've been going against the run. So you telling me with that offensive line you got, with the running backs that you telling me that you're going to put the ball in Jared Goff's hands instead of using your so-called two running backs that got you there? You should have been the one running the ball 40 plus times. But did you? No. Did you? No. So that tells me that's something that's something that I look at in regards to coaching. Because you remember when I told you when the Seahawks coaching and the Bears coach went up over there, I said, look at how your units played. I said, if they can't get the units right, then how are we supposed to expect some hellified coaching up over there? Then what happened? Where was Seattle at? When people disagree about Seattle, how did they do in the playoffs this year? Oh, my bad. Oh, okay. I thought so. How does Chicago look today? You tell me Chicago ain't had no weapons? Chicago had plenty of weapons. When you got that rookie, when you got Swift, when you got Keenan Allen, and you got DJ Moore, and you telling me this is what you produce? This show hellified coaching. Them Cowboys coordinators ain't going up over there doing shh. They talking about, and then I heard, man, I disagree with James on this one. He talking about some of the stuff that Kellen Moore and then that Danny do. They said that what the Dallas Cowboys could have did nothing to go ahead and make the playoffs. I absolutely disagree. But you made your bed as soon as you sit over it and extended Dak Prescott. Look how the Eagles built. You telling me that you couldn't trade or go acquire a big time running back? Well, shit. Look how Hurts was passing this year. You telling me that Lance couldn't do that? So if you got Lance at a big time running back, with the offense that you got committed to the run game, you telling me that you couldn't get that type of play? Yes, you could have. Yes, you could have. But it's just that your coaching don't think, your front office don't think. Jerry is trash as hell. That's why you're like this. You have no leadership. You get the wrong players. They just look at, oh man, he could run a 4.5 40. Oh man, I like the way he showed up in this weak ass game. But they're not looking at the mentality of these players, which therefore equates to what you're doing. Because if you looked at the mentality of the players, now look at what Michael doing. Okay, now look at what Trayvon Diggs is doing. Okay, now look at how Dak Prescott is going about it. These are supposed to be your main leaders on your team. Now look at them. Now look how they show up in big games. Oh, okay, my bad. So therefore, in your evaluation process, you need to be looking at the mentality of the player. And how could you go ahead and help gauge the mentality of the player? By how he plays in big time games. And then as you get to talking to him, how does he say? What does he say? Is he confident? Is he not confident? There's so many factors that they're not paying attention to. They talking about they just want to get the best player. How could I sit over there and trust your scout and Will McClay and Scoutsy to be fired to ever think that you should draft Marshawn Nealon that high? I told you that boy was a scrub. And you drafted him, what, second round? Are you serious? Are you damn serious? You draft him. Come on, man. That don't make no sense. You had the opportunities to address what you needed to address, to at least make the playoffs and get bounced in the first round. This team, even with the circumstances that they in, if they would have made certain moves, 2 or 3 moves, could have at least got to the playoffs. You had an opportunity to beat the Bengals, and then you would have been in the and then you would have and then so if you would have did what you were supposed to do, you would have had the Falcons win, you would have got the Bengals win, and then most likely you probably would have need that last Commanders win, and you would have got that. That's 3 wins, 3 more wins. You would have got in, even with the adversity that you faced early on in the year. So stop it, man. There's more than one scenario, bro. It's not hard to piece this team together, man. It's not hard to piece this team together. It's just that you got incompetent GM, and you would think somebody who's been around football this long, that pay attention to trends this long, that's supposed to have all these football guys around them for this long, done seen bad coaches and good coaches. You would think that he would be able to adjust to know the trends. Everything is about a trend. Everything that's going on right now, I have seen before. The Chiefs is doing it the old school way in terms of how they're going about their front office. They're replacing the players that they feel that they can replace cheaply, and they pay the players that they know don't come a dime a dozen. You're not going to find a Chris Jones every year in no goddamn draft. You're not about to find a Kelsey every year in a goddamn draft. You're not about to sit over there and find a Patty Mahomes every year in the goddamn draft. And that's their core. But can I find another cornerback, a top cornerback? Yes, I can. Can I find a good wide receiver? Yes, I can. Can I sit over there and find me some more offensive linemen? Yes, I can. Can I sit over there and find me some solid defensive end? Yes, I can. That's why they sit over there and win another bowl without Frank Clark. Yes, I can. It's not hard. It's just that you got dummies in the front office. And then you ain't got people that ain't got no heart. So you got to be a dumbass person to sit over there and still believe in Dak Prescott after what you done seen yesterday. You got to be a straight dummy. You got these young quarterbacks. Man, regardless of what, Jared Goff has won more than Dak Prescott. So don't sit over there and talk. So when they try to make these little comparisons, Jared Goff has won more than Dak Prescott. He has took 2 teams to the NFC Championship and went to went to one bowl. When the last time Dak Prescott been to the NFC Championship? God damn it! When the last time that Dak Prescott has won any championship? What, the NFC East Championship? That's what we crowning the boy on? Stop it. Stop it. The Dallas Cowboy organization ain't got nothing but losers around it. Shit, I look at Prime. Shit, I buy him out. At least I know Prime has been a head coach. Shit, Prime would definitely improve that secondary just by Prime being there alone. Shoot, and if you got Prime, you would have Shador. Hey, Shador may not be no hellified ass quarterback like what you might have had with like a Burrow or whatever the case may be, but I know he ain't no pussy in the mindset like Dak Prescott. If you just get a quarterback who's confident in the moment, that could get you that can get you to at least the NFC Championship. Man, when you look at well, he had that 7-8. But when you look at Jaden Daniels, does it look like he was a pussy in the moment? No, he embraced it. He ain't had a talent. He really shouldn't be there, but he's there. He not a pussy in the moment, so he made it happen. You got a quarterback, man. As soon as the moment get, he a pussy in it. And this is who y'all want to go to war with every Sunday for 17 weeks? Man, hell no. Stop that bullshit, man. Tell them Cowboys content creators, quit making goddamn excuses for that boy Jerry Jones. Now all of a sudden, now they want to go ahead and act, oh man, they talk about, man, no, man, stop it. Because in another week or two, they gonna sit over there and be riding talking about, man, Jerry didn't make, no, man, no. The most important thing the Dallas Cowboys can do right now in this offseason is hire a real football coach. And how are you going to get them? You're going to have to get them from somebody. You're not gonna get it from probably any of these candidates. You're not gonna do it by getting Kellen Moore, man. Because I seen a little clip that I forgot about with Jason Witten getting all up in his face. Man, I would have socked Jason Witten in his shit. Fuck you mean? Sitting over there, man, like man, and he just sitting over there taking it, man. No, man, I don't care what you talking about. I would tell Jason Witten, shit, if you could run a 40 like Antonio Gates, we could sit over there and have a better offense. If you could run a 40 like Antonio Gates, our offense will be opened up more. But it takes you to get started up like a car battery, man. That's getting ready to die. It take you that long just to get started up to run your route, my boy. Shout out to Hello, man. Loke in this thing. Shout out to Loke. Yo, I can't believe that. There's no way with these past rosters. We choke, man. DC, man. Drew crime rate dropped immediately. In DC, crime rate dropped. Shoot, man. Come on, man. You seen it, bro. It's not hard to build a team, bro. They acting like it, bro. In today's NFL, it is not hard. It is not hard. That's why you think Andy Reid ain't win no championship, but he in today's NFL, he kept his old school principles and adjust. Now look at Andy Reid, bro. He doing some of the same things that you would do back in the day, man. And that's why he's so successful. That's why he keeps his coordinators there. They're not about to go take these other weak ass head coaching jobs. Why? When you can keep winning championship after championship and there's some real leadership. Why? Why would I want Ben Johnson when even though he called some good plays? Why would I want a coordinator in the moment goes against what got him there? That's bad coaching. It's bad coaching to want Jared Goff to throw 40 plus times. And you only run the ball like what, 15 times? How many times they run the ball? I don't even think they even had 20 attempts. It's good coaching on Kingsbury, Cliff Kingsbury, to go ahead and run the ball and knowing your roster and giving the ball, running the ball 40 plus times and using your quarterback part of your rushing attack. That's good coaching. Knowing the limitations of your roster and you getting the most out of that's good coaching. My man, look, Dan Quinn, the same man that sit over there and was the recipient of the Legion of Boom and was the same coach that choked when it mattered the most. Has Dan Quinn learned his lesson? We're going to find out in the NFC Championship game because that's when Dan Quinn need to go ahead and show his coaching right there. We're going to find out. We're going to find out that Dan Quinn learned his lesson. They going to say, well, they going to be like, man, look what Dan Quinn wouldn't have did none of this shit here in Dallas. Come on, G. He wouldn't have did none of this in Dallas, man. Stop. He wouldn't have. Why is it that when people leave, they get more success? Kellen Moore is playing right now. You know that? Kellen Moore got a game today. Kellen Moore got a game today. Does Dak Prescott got a game today? Does Mike McCarthy got a game today? Kellen Moore got a game today. You can't sit over there and take that away from Kellen Moore. So that's, if anything, why they try to go ahead and down him, that makes Kellen Moore even look that much better to sit over there and roll with some of the limitations that you got. And if Kellen Moore knows that he got Saquon Barkley and they need to keep feeding him the ball, that's good coaching, bro. That's good coaching. When the last time the Dallas Cowboys ran the ball decent? With Kellen Moore. Now, do I want him as my head coach? Hell no, I don't want him as my head coach. They saying I seen a little thing on 105.3 The Fan the other day, talking about the him and Mike had some philosophy differences. I see. When Kellen Moore left, your offense sucked. You just beat scrubs the first year. But Kellen Moore actually put you in the game. With Kellen Moore, shit, you had a chance. Shit, even though you had a scrub ass quarterback, you had it. You was in the game with the offense with the Niners. You got blew out with the Packers. So we can't sit over there and dismiss the facts, guys. We can't. They should have. They should have. I don't know if Montgomery's still banged up, but if that's the Gibbs should have had 25 carries yesterday. You control the clock. You control the clock. Get you 3-4 yards, boom, with Gibbs. Get you another couple. Okay. Now golf, we in third and short. Let's go ahead and bang that to Amon-Ra St. Brown or Laporta. Boom, move the chains. We got to dominate time of possession. Our defense is hurting right now. It's leaky right now. I need you to dominate time of possession to keep my defense off the field so we can regroup for next week. I needed you to do that, Ben Johnson. He didn't do that for me. Yeah, it's cool that we getting explosive players. I know he threw a pick six, so that's when I understand that. Okay, my quarterback a little rattled right now. Something going on. Let me calm him down. Let me go ahead and let's run this football. Let's go ahead and go for chunks. If David Montgomery's gonna be out there, then why the hell he didn't get more carries then? Now like I said, I didn't I didn't get to watch the beginning of the game, so something could have happened. But the way I looked at it at the end, nah, man, that wasn't the business, man. When I looked at that second half, that wasn't the business, man. And then that box score tell you everything you need to know. And now y'all want Kellen Moore back. Now, I ain't say all that now. I ain't say all that now. Robert Saleh, that probably was a strategic move on his to get paid for the Niners because he probably going to go back. He probably going back to the Niners. Why the hell would he come here? As a coach, why would I come here to coach these scrubs? What, so I could sit over there? So if I'm a head coach, what I got to work with, Jerry? Dak? Are you serious? Fuck no. Michael Parsons? Are you serious? Fuck no. What? Trayvon Diggs? Who's having lower leg extremity problems and that's pick and choose in the run game? And that's really just above average cover corner? That's what I got to work with. And you're paying him like top guys, so they're going to act like top guys, but they're not playing like top guys. That's what I got to worry with. Shit. Woo-wee. Shoot, man. Hell nah. Facts, Dak delusional facts. Jalen Daniels ain't got nothing, man. That offensive line is horrific. And I think what caused me banged up too, you got, come on, man. He just had the running backs. He had McLaurin. That's it. What, you telling me that 45-year-old Zach Ertz is supposed to be some big-ass difference maker? Come on, man. That quarterback, he just not a sucker in the moment. And that, oh my God, that makes a difference, man. When you look at the moment and you don't run from it, you run through it, that makes a difference. That makes a difference. Now because you could do all that what you could do for a quarterback. That don't equate to winning, as you can see with Jared Goff, that lost to an inferior team. So just insert Dak Prescott to Jared Goff yesterday. That's what you would have got. But you probably would have had about 4 more interceptions. That's what you would have got. So that tells me that even with the quarterback having all these weapons, Laporta, Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Patrick, good offensive line, good running backs, it doesn't equate to winning. Because he's had that before. Dak has had that before. And what did he do with it? The same thing that Jared Goff did with it. So you got all these people that keep talking about putting a great team around Dak Prescott, he still ain't going to do shit. I told somebody yesterday, I said, boy, you can sit over there and get T.O. Fitzgerald, Chad Johnson, and Adrian Peterson, and he'll still find a way to not make the NFC Championship. Boy, you can sit over there, man, and give him Steve Smith, four wide receiver. You get that boy Steve Smith, and he's still gonna find a way not to make it happen. Boy, you can have Ricky Williams backing up Adrian Peterson. You can have that Baltimore Ravens defense, and he's still gonna find a way to choke. He's weak mentally. Look at how look like. I hate to do this though, but this is really real. Look what's around him. Look what's around him. Look look at his siblings. Is that somebody that was taught to be strong? Come on, man. We got to look at the bigger picture, man. Now we got to look at how he's made up from a child to now. His upbringing. Is that somebody that was meant to be strong? No. They gotta control that game. When I'm looking at that Redskins team, that's barbecue chicken in the front. Now I know I got Deron Payne, but I got Gibbs. I can get to the perimeter. I'm going against Fowler. I'm going against Fowler, and I'm going against Dorrance Armstrong. That's barbecue chicken. That's barbecue chicken right there. Even if a team is down 21-0 in the first quarter, I'm still not about to worry for my game plan. That's plenty of time. And I got 3 timeouts. That's one more possession that I can add toward the end of the game or at the end of the half. That's barbecue chicken to me. I'm not wavering from that. 14-0, 17-0, I'm still doing my game plan. There's plenty of time, especially if I dominate the TLP. I run at that defense. That allows me to protect my defense. But if I'm scoring quick, right, that's cool. That's cool if I'm making explosive plays. But if I'm not, but that's also putting my defense at a disadvantage too. Of course, I'm not saying not take the explosive plays. So if you got a chance to score, by all means score. But at the same time, you're dealing with a defense that even with them being leaky, even with they was banged up at corner, it should have been like that. They should have never ever gave up that much to the Commanders, to that type of team. That falls on coaching too. That falls on Aaron Glenn. That falls on Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn was allowing Jaden Daniels at crucial times to get to the edge. Aaron Glenn in the red zone allowed for 12 men in the field. What was it? 4th and 2 in the red zone? 12 men in the field? That's coaching. And this is who we want in Dallas? Hell no. Facts, Lo. Facts. Happy, what's going on? I'm telling y'all, man, like a lot of this thing, man, like coaching was a big factor in that Lions game. It was. And I'm gonna watch the beginning of it. I'll probably shit back. I'm gonna watch the beginning of it. You know? I might miss a little bit of football today. For like an hour and a half or 2. I gotta train my little one though, but shit, I got that NFL Plus. I definitely want to pay attention to the day. I'm interested. I want to see something. Cause some ain't right. Some ain't right. And we know it ain't right over here in the Dallas Cowboys organization. We know it's our head and it's our body. It's our head and it's our body. It's Jerry. It's the coach. You're coaching. Dak, Micah, Diggs, See, your offensive line, you can't sit over there and ask for your offensive line. Don't sit over there like other than rare occurrences. Your offensive line ain't gonna be sitting over there doing all that extra. You know what I mean? They gonna sit over there and be in the trench. All they worried about is good food. Take them to some hometown buffet. You know what I mean? And lean on some people. That's what they about business. From childhood, it's not required for your offensive line to take on boisterous leadership positions. It's not required, other than within your offensive line. It's never been required. You know. Ooh, I agree. I agree. And then we supposed to be so we pay this quarterback 60 million, but we make excuses for him not to use his legs. When that's the best thing about his game. Even with him, even with him being declined or wherever people want to say, that's the best thing about him. He could be a power runner. The best thing about his game is him on a run, and we paying him 60 million to be a pocket quarterback, and he can't throw for nothing. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. When has he ever showed, bro? He's 10 years in the game. And he has never shown the ability to pick a good defense apart from the pocket. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. And then I went back to look at that Packer game that people talk about in his early career. Man, that boy was down too. So what happened was that he did what Dak always do in the playoffs, right? Now when the pressure is off, now when you're down, you can air it out. But the Packers defense wouldn't, which all that, it never was able to stymie and recover. So that's what made it a game like that. So now he got a little confidence to throw it and boom, 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 but you still lost in the end. Man, I peeped that. Bro, Dak Prescott, man, on record, man. And it's crazy because now when you got the all 22 and you got more film and you go back and look at some of these games, right? Because I know it would be different in live TV, but when you go back and look at it, you're like, hold up. Because now you can't even use how he played earlier in the year. Man, that was Ezekiel Elliott's team. You don't even get nowhere near close to that position without Ezekiel Elliott. And that's a fact. Ezekiel Elliott was getting 20 plus carries a game. You telling me that if Dak Prescott was put in the position that he is now, that he would have did that his rookie year? Absolutely not. And he's had more good running games. Ezekiel Elliott wouldn't have scrubbed in year two. Ezekiel Elliott gave you a couple more good seasons, and what did he do with them? Absolutely nothing. Your quarterback ain't nothing. In Dallas Cowboys Nation, hey, look, we're gonna pay attention to what's going on with this coaching situation because it's gonna tell you everything you need to know. But something tells me that Jerry Jones could be waiting on somebody to go ahead and get done playing football. Because if you're looking at somebody like Dion or Tomlin or anything, what's taking you so long? You should be getting aggressive and making your move now because you're not gonna wait till March. We're not gonna wait till March to go get a quarterback up in this thing. I mean a coach up in this thing. Now that ought to be done. That would be crazy. I'm telling y'all right now, man. I don't really see Jerry Jones making a good decision in this. In all reality, would I have hollered at Dion? I would have hollered at Dion. Who my options? Who my better options? If it ain't me going to get a coach that's already established, which I'm pretty sure these teams is not going to let go for Dallas, why wouldn't I holler at Dion? I'm taking Dion over Aaron Glenn, Johnson, Kellen Moore every day of the week. Well, I just got to draft his son. What you losing? What you losing at? I mean, what the worst case scenario is the same thing happens. That's the worst case scenario. But Dion probably don't want to deal with players like Trayvon Diggs and Michael Parsons. Yeah, he may talk about them in a positive light, in the public, but deep down inside, he know the motherfucker is a scrubs. He know they scrubs. He know they scrubs. And is Jerry gonna get that boy the keys? Probably not. It would shock me if Jerry brought that boy up in there. But it wouldn't surprise me if they brought Kellen Moore weak ass up in here. And then, don't expect nothing to happen. You're just gonna expect the same thing to happen. What? The most that you get is what? What the Miami Dolphins would do with Kellen Moore? With that weak ass coach they got up over there? Or you might get a couple Mike McCarthy seasons, all depends on your schedule. Because I've seen some of that schedule. You got you a little schedule now. I've seen a little bit of some of the teams that you play. You got you a little schedule now. So don't think it's gonna be sweet. You need your head coach to get you through that. Come on, man. The Dallas Cowboys, how I see it. What did I do? I gave them what? 8 to 9 games this year. I was what, a game off? We'll make our predictions down the line, of course, after they get that team in stone for the season, though. But I don't see good things for this team. But they probably win probably the same amount of games next year, about 6, 7 games. If I had to tell you off the rip of how it is now, what we supposed to get a coach in here that's gonna make them? Who gonna make them believe? Is Ben Johnson gonna make them believe? Probably not. What evidence has Jim Ben Johnson showed that he could be an AC or Aaron Glenn? I seen a little bit of Aaron Glenn interview, and I didn't like the way he was talking. All this buddy man. I don't want no buddy head coach up in here, man. I don't want no buddy head coach. And if that's the best that this team got to offer for me, man, I'm good. But I know football get ready to come on, man, and I'm getting ready to catch some and see what's going on with this game. I think ain't Philly up first. Man, shit, the way these people talking, you would have think Dallas Cowboys was up first. Get ready to play. You know? For sure, man. I guess let's check out this game, man, and see how this game gonna go. Let's see what Kellen Moore got. Let's see what your potential head coach got. Shit, because I'm pretty sure he in the league. I'm pretty sure he in the league in regards to being chosen. Sure. You let Kellen Moore win this game, man. He probably a head coach. But anyway, man, I'll holler at y'all soon. To the next time. We gone.